Panabo cabin if there's a fire in Welcome Woods, we're toast. But
Hopefully nothing will happen. So.
I don't think that way. There's lots we can do, I think, really. Reality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it's not gonna happen. I have a good feeling.
Yeah, nothing will go wrong.
But I think
Everything will be good.
we can all learn how to live more harmoniously, however.
Hmm.
I have a lot to learn and I'm 66 now, so I'm a
Oh, we learn all our life, no
I'm a
matter how much we live.
yeah, well, I'm a late bloomer. So there's something to be said for blooming late where everybody else is going to sleep. I'm just waking up. Anyway, enough about me. I'm talking too much already. But
Oh
the
no.
meeting made me a little bit excited and
Hmm.
anxious, so it's like,
You should be. Okay, I let everybody in.
okay, love.
Five people waiting.
Wow, cool.
Not bad.
Nice. So I'm far enough away, I think.
Yeah, you are good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you, Kassar, my lovely tech host. So welcome everybody to an adapted seated yoga practice. My name is Bobbie and my pronouns are she, her. I'm a certified yoga therapist with the International Association of Yoga Therapists. And I've had the privilege, I don't know what words to use actually, of being able to share this amazing practice with folks, both online and in person. And so I like to think of yoga as India's gift to the world. And so I think the tricky part is finding a class that you feel that you is a good fit for you, you resonate with the teacher, et cetera, et cetera. So lots of offerings out there, particularly online these days. So we've become a global community. Um, and so an invitation is always to begin a yoga practice by finding a comfortable sitting position. And so sit in a way that you feel the most at ease. So it can be challenging for our nervous system to calm down if we're uncomfortable in our bodies. And then when you're ready, roll your shoulders back and down. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, whatever feels most comfortable for you. And then, if you'd like and it's available to you, bring your hands into your heart space, your heart center. So it might be palms open or palms together. If this placement of your hands makes you lose your balance, I'd like to suggest that you choose another placement for your hands. So a gentle reminder that we never forfeit balance to come into a pose or movement. So an invitation now to lift your heart, bow your head to your heart, and to just take a few moments to allow yourself to consciously enter into the present. And setting aside whatever was going on for you before the yoga class for the duration, knowing that you can come back to that after class. If your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. And so I'd like to invite you now to repose. So find a space, if possible, where you're able to support your own spine. That said, if you need the back of the chair, maybe a rolled up yoga mat, um, uh, block perhaps as support for your spine, please honor that. Yoga meets us exactly where we are. And so also like to invite you to feel that you're sitting in a way that you're able to sit forward on your sits bones. the bones we sit on. And so ground down through your sits bones, lengthen up through your spine, roll your shoulders up, back and down. Soft, organic movements, nothing rigid. Relax your arms in your lap or by your side, wherever feels most comfortable. And then an invitation to tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And so from here, I'd like to invite you to reach your arm up. So reach up as high as feels comfortable for you. So I'm not going to cue right, left for the most part today. In our body's wisdom, tend to go to the side that's the least tight first. And then slowly, as you're ready, float your arm down. So let's practice this gentle movement 3 more times, same side, right towards the sky. So if it feels okay for your neck, maybe turning a soft gaze up. And then slowly float your arm down. So this time, let's explore adding or linking our breath with our movement, pardon me. So on inhale, reach your arm up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. So as if on your inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Relax both arms down by your side or wherever feels comfortable for you. And then I'd like to explore this gentle movement on the opposite side. So reaching up as high as feels comfortable for you. And slowly float your arm down. So 3 more times, same side, gentle movement, reaching up to the sky. Maybe turning a soft gaze up if that feels okay for your neck. And then slowly float your arm down. So this time, linking our breath with our movements, perhaps on inhale, reach up, full length of your inhale. On exhale, float your arm down, the full length of your exhale. So as if on your inhale, there's a beginning, a middle, and an end point. On exhale, a beginning, a middle, and an end. Relax both arms down by your side or wherever feels comfortable. And this time, if you'd like, reaching both arms up to the sky. Take a look between your palms if it feels okay for your neck. Return your gaze on the horizon. And then slowly float your arms down. And so a little wiggly fidget. You can do a little bum dance if you'd like. So I always like to say, pull the buttock flesh away from your sits bones. So in a way, when we're seated in a chair, sits bones act like the feet of our pose. So then ground down through your feet, center and ground through the soles of your feet. So we want to keep our connection with Mother Nature. Pardon me, we tend to start losing it. And so we're rooted down through our sits bones, lengthen up through your spine, right up through to the crown of your head. Roll your shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then I'd like you to notice the placement of your knees, hips, ankles, shoulders over your hips. Again, chin in, parallel with the floor. And so from here, I'd like to transition into a practice called sounding. So I love to use sound as a way to help minimize pain. So I think in terms of pain care, pain management. And so we know that sound has a vibration. And so I'd like us to explore toning the sounds A, O, and M. And we can add our movements to this if you'd like. And so it's not meant to be a big external sound. It's more about the vibration. You might feel in your body or maybe even in the lovely space around you. So here we go, reaching up to the sky. And as you exhale, sound the letter A. A. Other side, reaching up, opposite arm. So as we inhale, things expand. On exhale, letter O. O. Both arms reach up. Letter M. So let's practice this one more time. Inhale, reaching up. Other side, reaching up towards the sky, towards the ceiling. Tone the sound O. O. Both arms reach up. Letter M, lips slightly touching if that feels comfortable for you. Letter M. M. And so I think actually today I'm going to ask you to repeat the sound and the movement one more time and maybe notice which sound you resonate most with, which letter. So it's going to be A, O, and so spam trying to get through. I'm not sure. Gonna if I can.
I think she got right. She'll come back.
Hi, Kassar. I don't know what to do when spam calls come through. Can you tell me quickly? Or we can have that conversation later.
No, you can't do anything.
I can't do anything. Oh, I'm powerless. Lack of power is my dilemma. Okay, I won't try and do a thing next time. I'll just let it go through. Here we are. Apologies, folks. Yeah. So the internet, social media is such a gift, but also a pain in the keister sometimes. There we go. We won't focus on that piece. Here we are. So one more time, we're going to add the A, O, and M sound to the arm movements, and we're going to see what happens. Hear what happens. So maybe notice which sound you resonate most with. So we're sitting up nice and tall, feet placed evenly on the floor on your footrest. Sits bone sharp on the chair, spine long, shoulders back and down. Here we go, reaching up as high as feels comfortable for you. And so we'll begin with the sound A. Opposite arm, reaching up. O. Both arms reach up. Letter M as we lower our arms, lips slightly touching. M. And so moving on, yeah, maybe repose, make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. I'd like to suggest that you have what you need to keep yourself stable in your chair. We are going to be moving through all the movements in the spine. If you know balance is a challenge for you, make sure you have whatever device you need to keep you stable, comfortable in your chair. Today, I have a stable chair and I have actually my socks on. So warm feet matters. So whatever you need, and of course it's not one size fits all, so feel free to modify or adapt any way you need or would like to. And so moving on, let's actually transition into a warm up for our neck and shoulders. And so beginning with your head, of course, an invitation to bring your chin gently towards your chest. In your time, as you feel your neck is ready, turn a soft gaze looking up. So maybe your eyes meet where the ceiling meets the wall. So there's a seam and the ceiling meets the wall. And so let's continue this gentle warm up for the cervical area of our spine. And finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head back to center and then take one ear towards your shoulder. And then move your head back and forth. So ear towards your shoulder, back and forth. So I'd like you to notice maybe how does it feel to tuck your chin in slightly as we practice these gentle neck movements. Sometimes that can help quiet the mind. And then as ready, bring your head back center. And sitting up tall, your breath is still long and smooth and easeful as you turn a soft gaze, looking past your shoulder. And then turn your head from side to side, as if nodding no. Finish up the movement that you're on, bring your head back to center. So essentially, we've moved our neck through its three planes of movement. Now we're going to continue moving down along the spine. And so sitting up nice and tall, hands resting on your thighs. As you're ready, round your back. So you might be visualizing this movement. If you know you have osteopenia, maybe some other stuff going on with your spine, you know that a deep flexion extension is contraindicated for you. Might visualize the movement or maybe not move in too deeply. And so inhale, breathing in, our belly moves out. On exhale, round your back. As you round your back, draw your chest in. It's as if our sternum is moving in towards the back of our ribs. Now on inhale, we arch, so our sternum lifts, moves forward, shoulders back and down. Be careful to not throw your head back. Keep your head in line with your spine. And so in your own time and rhythm, an invitation to keep this gentle warm up. The spine flowing. If your skin is sensitive, feel free to float your hands above, to hover above your legs, your thighs. So move in a way that feels natural for you, so natural that your movements and your breath perhaps become one. So I'm going to invite you to continue this gentle warm up for the thoracic area of our spine flowing for a few more breaths. I'm going to invite you to have your eyes closed softly if you feel comfortable. I'm going to turn my chair sideways. So maybe give you a better view of what's going on. With this big sweater, I don't know how visible, but so of course we know our spines matter. So inhale, arch your back. So this is a cat piece. Meow. So cat and cow. On exhale, draw your belly in or your chest. Meow, happy cat. Inhale, move. Exhale, happy cat. Meow. And then when you're ready, finish up the movement that you're on. Chair back, come on back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side and then on your lap. And maybe take a moment to notice how's your breath. Notice any subtle sensations. So trust that the sensations are there. It's not going to be a rocket ship across the sky. And so moving on, sitting up tall, taking hold of the underside of the chair, reach one hand towards the earth, towards the floor, keeping both sits bones on the chair, shoulder lined up with shoulder, and then move from side to side. So it might be helpful to exhale as you reach towards the floor. Inhale, come back center. Exhale to the other side. Or maybe it just feels good to inhale to one side, exhale to the other side. So if you're feeling congested or you have an obstruction, breathe in whatever way you can. And so you might notice that as we warm up, perhaps the movements become more easeful. Maybe we're able to go a little bit deeper. And finish up the movement that you're on. Bring your head or your self back center. And then from here, I'd like to transition into a twist. So your hands can be resting on your thighs, or for this piece, often I like to bring my fingertips to the base of my spine to start with. And so breathe in, lengthen your spine. As you breathe out, moving up one vertebrae at a time. So beginning at the lumbar, base of the lumbar spine, coming into your twist. And then shoulders come into it a little more. Maybe your head turns gently into it a little. And then I'd like us to explore moving dynamically, twisting from side to side. So this is a gentle twist. We're not going to our full range of movement. And I like the idea of sliding my hands along my thighs. If this feels okay for you, if your skin is sensitive, it might not feel so good. You might hover above, but this can actually increase our proprioceptive awareness. So a big phrase for knowing where our body is in relation to space. Pardon me. Finish up the movement that you're on. Come on back to a neutral spine. Relax your arms by your side, then on your lap. And just take a few moments. Notice how's your breath. And notice any subtle sensations. So, moving on, let's repose. Make sure your feet are placed evenly on your footrest, your foot plate, or the floor, or sits bones are sharp on the chair. You do a little bum dance. So in a way, our sits bones, when we're seated in the chair, act like the feet of our pose. Our spine is long, shoulders back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. Pardon me. And from here, I'd like to come into a gentle heart opener. So essentially, meditation on the heart called sun breath. And so if it feels okay for you, you can bring your hands to your heart center. So it might be palms together, palms open. Alternatively, if you prefer to place your hands at your belly, feel free. And then as you breathe in, extend your arms up and away. So today my arms are just a little bit lower than my shoulders. Yours might be up higher, lower. And then bring your hands back to your heart space or your belly. And if you'd like, as we practice this gentle heart opener, imagine the sun at your heart center. On your inhales, as you extend your arms up and away, imagine the radiant light of the sun radiating out all around you. And then gather that light and bring it back inside. So it's a symbol of the light that's always inside us. Inhale. This time on your exhale, an invitation to practice bumblebee breath, a humming sound as you bring your hands back. Mm. Inhale. So bumblebee breath. It's a yogic breathing technique that lengthens the exhale. And one last time. Inhale. Place one hand on your yoga belly, the other on your heart space, and maybe notice the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. And then a little wiggly fidget. So I always say be creative. So creativity helps with anxiety. And so from here, let's come into practice for our hands. So with your hands resting wherever they are, tap your fingers. So we'll imagine we're playing air piano. So micro movements, visualizing the movements, focusing on what we can do. So I always like this as the intention for the practice. I am, I can, and I will. Then maybe tapping from your pinkies to your thumbs. And then thumbs to pinkies. And then when you're ready, rotate your wrists. And then I'd like to invite you to see, can you slow the movement down? And then rotate your wrists in the opposite direction. And maybe imagine that you're moving your hands through water. Then as ready, if you'd like, push your hands away. Arms can be as high or low as you'd like. So you push your hands away, pull your hands back, push your hands away, adjust your feet if you need or want to, pull your hands back. So with this gentle movement, not only are we coming into, we're getting synovial fluid, synovial fluid into all our major joints in our arms. Right? Mother Nature's WD-40. We're also getting into the area on the inside and outside of our shoulder blades. It's like we're giving our back a little massage. Push your hands away, pull your hands back. And now let's dive right into a yoga swim. So you can start freestyle, do your own thing. And then maybe backstroke. And breaststroke. Whoosh. And side stroke. So feel free if you need to take a rest or would like to, and come back into the movement or not. And then other side. And we can finish up with butterfly perhaps. And then come on back to stillness. Rest your arms, your hands, wherever feels comfortable for you. Pardon me. And allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. Your natural rhythm. And maybe observing the rise and fall of your chest and your belly. So I hope everyone can hear me clearly today. I feel like my voice is a little bit quieter than usual. Yeah, okay. Pardon me, frog in my throat. Lots of frogs. I've been hearing them these days. The crickets too. And the spiders are, I think they're laying eggs or something. Anyway, I live in a rural community, so surrounded by nature. I'm very blessed. And so I really encourage you when you come to class to maybe bring a bit of Mother Nature with you, whether it's, if you're indoors, you might be looking out a window, at a tree, maybe you have plants outside your window, or maybe you have plants indoors. For me, even a pebble or rock can be really powerful. So just an invitation to connect with Mother Nature. And so that said, let's come into a little bit of body tapping now. So tap from the outside of your thighs, coming down. So only come down as far as feels comfortable for you. And then I'd like you to tap the inside, your legs, your thighs. So tap, tap, tap. And you can be a little more gentle or a little, even if you want to do soft fists, whatever feels okay for you. Tapping. And now let's reverse the tapping. So this is good for our brain health, particularly our memory. So instead of starting the tapping on the outside of our thighs, we're going to start from the inner thighs, moving down. And then come on back up. And then when you're ready, sweep your arms, so your hands up your arms. So sending that loving energy from your hands. So our hands are connected, of course, to our heart and mind. And then when you're ready, take your hands to your lower back, leaning forward a little bit. If you're blessed with a yoga buddy, they could perhaps give your lower back a little massage. And then reaching up a little higher, so you might be visualizing, sending your kidneys and your adrenal glands some love. So kidneys and adrenal glands are close to the surface. Adrenal glands are almond shape and sit on the kidneys. So really important to keep this area warm. And then when you're ready, you can maybe use one hand to encourage sitting up tall along your sacrum and then sweep your hands forward. So inhale, let, exhale, go. And then when you're ready, you can lean back in the chair for this piece if you'd like. Place one hand on your belly, the other hand on top. And then moving in circular movements, massage your belly. So we want a soft yoga belly. So massaging our liver, our stomach. And then as you're ready, again, inhale, let, exhale, go. Little wiggly fidget, little bum dance. There we go. Okay. So from here, let's come into a side bend. So you're sitting up nice and tall. Take hold of the underside of your chair wherever you need to feel stable and balanced. Extend your opposite arm. So I'll give you a few choices here for your arm placement and hand. So might be that you place your hand at your hip, maybe on your shoulder if you have shoulder stuff going on. Maybe today you feel good reaching up and over as we come into the side bend. So you choose. Think of it as a buffet. You choose whatever works best for you. So on this side only, I'm going to just take my hand to my shoulder today. So inhale, lengthen your spine, holding onto the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open, bring your arm up to your place, hip, shoulder up and over. And then as you exhale, come into your side bend, and then turn a soft gaze looking down towards the earth, towards the floor. Breathe into your rib cage. Can you imagine breathing in below your rib cage? So if you have your arm up and over, I'm going to invite you to do your best not to collapse forward. So you might roll your shoulder back a little. And then palm face down, release. So let's explore this on the other side. You take hold of the underside of the chair, extend your opposite arm, spiral your palm open, reach your arm up to your place, and then on your exhale, come into your side bend. So you turn a soft gaze looking down towards the floor to release your neck. breathe into your rib cage. Can you feel that you're creating space in your side body? And palm face down. So let's do this one more time on each side. Extend your arms, spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, come into your side bend. So you turn a soft gaze looking down. And palm face down. Release. Come out of the pose on this side. Do it on the other side. Extend your arm. Spiral your palm open. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bend. Palm face down. Release. Ooh, and shoulders back and down. A little wiggly fidget. So let's transition into a fun, what I think is a fun practice. And this is a breathing technique, and it's called Breath of Joy. And so we're fully grounded in our chairs, sitting up nice and tall. And the way we practice the breath of joy is inhale 3 times in through your nose. So it's like you're sniffing. And then the exhale tends to happen naturally. It's usually a big exhale. And we can add arm movements to this. So make sure that there's no hard surfaces beside you or people that you're at risk of whacking. We're going to bring our arm up to start with, arms, and then out to the side and up again. So here we go. Breath of joy. Inhale, 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 and so 2 more rounds. So each time we inhale, it's in through our nose. Inhale, 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 and one more time. Breath of joy. Inhale, inhale, inhale. Try. Okay. Here we go. So repose, we're going to transition into practice called sun salutation. So of course modified for the chair. If anything I share with you doesn't feel comfortable, if it hurts, please skip it. You might visualize the movement instead. So that might be a really great starting point. And so I like to think of sun salutation is moving through the different postures as maybe a string of pearls. And so if that works for you, that idea, great. So we're sitting up tall, feet placed evenly on the floor on your footrest, sits bones sharp on the chair. Your spine is long, shoulders are back and down. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then as you're ready, bring your arms out to the side. Spiral your palms open. Take your hands to your heart space. Bow your head to your heart. Reach your arms up, so gentle back arch. Lift from above your shoulder blades, lift your heart. And then hinging at the hips, come into a forward fold. Tuck your chin in slightly to release your neck. Walk your feet forward a little if you need to or want to. And then pushing down through your inner heels. So it might be visualizing pushing down through your inner heels. Place one hand on each of your thigh, come back up to a neutral spine. And so we'll come into a lunge. So again, you might be visualizing the movement. Maybe you have a yoga buddy that can help with the movement. Of course, not doing the work for you. Or if you'd like, tuck your leg under the front of the chair, tuck your toes under. So you can add your arms, so hand can be at your hip and goalposts are reaching up along your ear. Float your arm down, step your leg forward, hinging at the hips. So come into downward facing dog, forearms on our lap. Tuck your chin in slightly, feel that nice diagonal line. And baby cobra, place your hands on your thighs, lower your head, then lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog, forearms on your lap. Chin in, lengthen your spine. Pushing down through your inner heels, one hand on each of your thigh, come on back up. So let's come into a lunge on the other side, perhaps visualizing the movement or tucking your leg under the front of the chair. Add your arm if you'd like, hand at your hip, and goalposts are reaching up along your ear. Float your arm down, step your leg forward. So we'll come into downward facing dog again. This time I'd like to give you two options. So it would be maybe the first one that we did with forearms on our lap. Or if it feels okay for you, you could explore reaching your arms on a diagonal. So your arms, your hands maybe reach towards where the seam and the ceiling meet the wall. So you choose what works best for you. And then baby cobra, hands on your thighs, lower your head, lift up through the crown of your head. Downward facing dog, so forearms on your lap, arms on a diagonal as an alternative. Push your sits bones back in the chair. Come on back up. So you're pushing down through the inner heels, one hand on each near thigh. Pardon me. Come on back up. Spiral your palms open. Open up your armpits. Get bigger in space. Take your hands to your heart space. Reach up to the sky. Gentle back arch. Lift your heart. Lift from above your shoulder blades. And this time, maybe your hands come together in prayer down through the heart. Place one hand on your yoga belly, the area between your navel and your pubic bone, the other on your heart space. And take a rest. And so I'd like to invite you, maybe with your eyes closed softly or soft gaze downwards. Ask yourself, is my body talking to me? And if so, what is it saying? And then I'd like to invite you to listen to your body's wisdom and do whatever it's asking of you. And then we'll take 3 deep breaths here. So inhale through your nose unless you're congested. Exhale. So 2 more deep breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And actually, how about one more? Just for shits and giggles. So on your exhale, if it feels okay for you, it might feel good to make a sound. Sounds a bit like the ocean. So inhale. Exhale. Nice. So I'm going to check the time. I know we all have busy lives. Good. Okay. Seems I'm on track even with the interruption, the rude interruption. So from here, I'd like to come into movement where we're going to get into our hips and our lower back a little more. And so if possible, bring your feet a little wider than outer hip bone distance. Make sure hips, knees, ankles are in line. Hands can be at your hips if you'd like, sitting up tall. And then we'll circle our heart forward. And then circle back. So your circles might be way larger, smaller than mine. So again, you're moving in your own time and rhythm, and we all have our own rhythm. So rhythm is one of the sensations I hope you experience in your class today. And then it's ready, circle in the opposite direction. And then an invitation to bring your awareness to the space in front of you. So bring your awareness to the space beside you. And maybe notice how that makes you feel. Bring a gentle awareness to the space above you. And then lastly, an invitation to take your awareness to the space behind you. And then moving away from me to we, to trust that we are being supported. And slowly make your way back to stillness. Relax your arms wherever feels most comfortable for you. And then just take a few moments, allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm. And notice any subtle sensations. And so maybe you're feeling a little more energetic than you were when we began the class. Maybe the sensation is one of fatigue. I have a friend who's spinal cord injured. He says when he practices, he feels a hum along his spine. So I think we'll just come into 2 more poses before we transition into a short guided meditation and your final relaxation. And so this is called Eagle Pose, modified for the chair. So we're sitting up tall, grounded, sits bone sharp on the chair. Bend your elbows, palms facing each other. Reach across, cup your elbow points. Draw that same arm into the midline. Allow your shoulder to soften away from your ear. If it's available to, maybe on an inhale, reaching up a little higher. Eagle pose. And release. So let's practice this on the other side. So bring your arms into gold pose, essentially, palms facing each other. Reach across, cup your elbow point. Draw your arm into the midline. Let your shoulders soften away from your ear. Make that same shoulder. And maybe reaching up a little higher. So imagine the intensity of an eagle eye. And release. Oops, and a little shake up. So extend both arms down by your side, pardon me, spiral your palms open. Cross one arm over the other. Maybe your elbow points increase me, maybe not. Maybe you're taking hold of your shoulder or elbows. Tuck your chin in slightly to release the back of your neck. And then breathe into wherever your breath wants to go. Okay, so I like to think of this as an I love me hug. And because I love me, I can love all of you. And we'll do this one more time, remembering which arm is on top. Extend your arms out to the side. So you're broad through the collarbones, extend beyond your wrists, your fingertips, and then cross one arm over the other. Elbow point to crease, or maybe holding your elbows. Drop your chin towards your chest. I love me, and because I love me, I can love all of you. And release. And we're shaking. So I think we can prepare to come into a short guided meditation, your final relaxation. So I'm just going to turn my iPhone so it's facing the forest, the trees. A little more greenery, I think, would be nice. Um, Wondering if that works. Chair. So make sure you have whatever you need to set yourself up comfortably. So I remember one friend saying, she was sharing, I think she's a massage therapist, and the right way to meditate. And she said, whatever way you feel comfortable, seated, standing. Sometimes I do um, a meditation where I'm just wandering, or feel free to recline in your chair if you'd like. And also, if you have a blanket or maybe a cushion, something you can put on your lap or your belly, that can feel great. And I definitely can feel that we're moving towards fall on the Sunshine Coast where I live. So a little cooler. So make sure you have what you need to feel comfortable. And if you'd if you'd like to take your glasses off, set them aside, give your eyes a rest. So a little bit of weight on our thighs and or on our belly can be calming for our nervous system. So sitting comfortably, your favorite blanket or cushion, even if you have a pet nearby, beloved fur kid, can be lovely. And so you're sitting comfortably, eyes closed softly or soft gaze downwards. So sitting comfortably, relax or recline, but still alert. An invitation to bring your hands into a hand gesture that I call the hand gesture of calm abiding. So palms face down, draw your hands in towards your hips. And then an invitation to look down and into your heart, see what you can see. And then breathe into your heart. And so breathing in, I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in breath grows deep, my out breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I release. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. And breathing. So I'd like to offer an alternative for grounding during your meditation. If you'd like to explore, so you could either do the breath awareness, stay with that, or if you'd like, bring your awareness to the soundscape around you. Sound is always in the present moment. So maybe noticing the sounds furthest away from you. Notice the sounds closest to you. Maybe you can hear the sound of your breath, maybe even the sound of your heartbeat. And then take your awareness to the sounds in between, furthest away and closest to you. So, whatever technique you've chosen, we'll just sit in silence for a few more moments. So breathing in I know that I'm breathing in. Breathing out, I know that I'm breathing out. As my in-breath grows deep, my out-breath grows slow. Breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I smile. Dwelling in the present moment, I know this is a wonderful moment. So come into whatever comfortable position you'd like for your final relaxation. So this is meant to be a deep, conscious relaxation. We're not meant to fall asleep in it. If you happen to fall asleep, it is not rocket science, just means you're tired. So eyes are closed softly, focused inward or soft gaze downwards. Hands are resting, palms face up or palms face down as desired. And soft palms, soft yoga belly, the area between our navel and our pubic bone. Quiet breath. Allow the breath to reflect the pose, the serenity pose. Relax your jaw. Unclench your teeth. Let there be a little space between your teeth. Soften your lower jaw. And feel free to touch the areas I'm cueing if that feels good for you. Soften around your temples. Soften the area between your eyebrows. Wide forehead. Silently, if you'd like, on inhale, saying let. On exhale, go. Inhale, let. Exhale, go. So quieting the mind is challenging for you. Placing our hands on our belly and bringing our awareness to our breath can be helpful. Without changing anything, bring your awareness back to your breath. Thank your body. Thank your body again. Our bodies are the best home our mind will ever have. And so now see if you can begin to deepen your inhale, lengthen your exhale. And if your eyes are closed, gradually blink your eyes open. And come on up seated to finish up your yoga practice. Feel free if you are reclined or comfortably seated and you just want to stay there. That's, of course, your option as well. And so, an invitation now to take a look around the beautiful space that you're in and name 3 objects that you see to bring us back to make those neural connections. So, thank you, everyone. Notice how you feel before and after yoga. Questions or feedback, love to hang out for a few minutes with you after. And so feel free to take yourselves off mute. And I'm going to come in even a little closer to my iPad so I can see all your beautiful faces. Okay. sure I can see who's in the class today. There we go. So feel free to take yourself off mute if you'd like. And if that's by
Thank
invitation.
you. Is it cold out there?
A little bit chilly, but not bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. I feel it in the air. I just am
Oh,
pretty tuned in with the seasons, and I love the fall.
oh, really?
Oh,
That's great.
yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome, love.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Lynn.
Thank you, Bobbie. I'm ready for a nap.
Nice. Are you going to give yourself permission to have one?
Might just do that.
Yeah, a little secret. I've been napping every day for a few minutes since I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
So it can make a huge difference. A rest. Most of us are going a million miles an hour, and being able to just relax for a little bit. Yeah, so perfect timing, Raj.
Thank you.
Okay,
See you next time.
righto. Hey, Sally.
Yeah, everyone next
Hi,
time.
Bobbie.
Hi, love.
Hi.
Thanks,
Hi.
Kimberly. Nice.
This is the first exercise I've done for since the beginning of August.
Wow, what's up, love?
So
So,
I had pneumonia.
oh, that can be a tough one.
So,
Not good.
yeah, so this was really nice.
Oh, good. So,
Thank you.
yeah, you're welcome.
Yeah,
You can connect with me anytime, love. You know that.
yeah, yeah. I love your yard. It's beautiful.
Oh, thanks. One of these days, I'll take you guys on a little. We had during the huge storm of 2 years ago, we had a tree come down right on the path that leads to the back 40. And
Wow.
so we're hoping that maybe one day we can have it repurposed and picked up and all that stuff. But we just haven't been able to get there yet. So, but there's half an acre to play on. So
Wow.
I'll take you guys on a little walk or a walkabout, tour about.